Hey, financial advisors, it's Elizabeth Ryder with Indigo Marketing Agency here. And today I want to talk to you about 5 ways you can create an effective lead magnet. Now, for those of you that don't know, a lead magnet is typically a resource that you provide in exchange for the contact details of your audience. And so we want to be able to make sure that we're making them as effective as possible to take those leads coming to your website or your social or even in your LinkedIn DMs and take them from that awareness phase all the way through to conversion. So let's go through some of my best tips. The first is defining your target audience. So we want to make sure beyond just their age and demographics and where they work to more niche specific of what are the particular pain points and problems they come to you that you help solve. And we want to make sure that we are positioning you as an expert in that area. So when we're coming up with these topics and we're brainstorming, you want to make sure you're also picking the right content format. So that's number 2. Are we going to do a guide? Are we going to do a checklist, a infographic, or even a quiz, which could be very helpful in the planning process as that data gathering tool? The next step is to pick that high value topic. What's going to be compelling enough for that audience to click and take action? So here's some examples of some great topics and some not so great topics. So we have the ultimate guide to minimizing your tax for business owners. What about a post-divorce checklist for newly single women? Or if you really want to niche down, you could do something like how DuPont employees can maximize their benefits plan. So you see how each of those are very specific and to that audience could be valuable to them. It also helps position you as an expert in that particular area, especially something like the DuPont employee one, because they know you work with other DuPont employees, you've seen the benefits plan, you can really make an impact in my overall financial picture. So let's talk about some not so great ones. So maybe something like financial planning 101 or some retirement strategies for 50 and up. So things that are really kind of vague. They don't really point out how they're going to help. It's, here's a year-end tax guide. So if you're not being more specific, like with business owners, or what are the specific tips and tricks you're going to offer there, you're going to have less click-through and less conversion. The next thing we want you to do is make sure you have a professional design, because the last thing I want is your valuable advice not having people take action because it doesn't look professional, it doesn't make you stand out. So you want to make sure you're using a professional design there. The next is implementing a lead capture system. So that's something I find a lot when I'm working with advisors is that they might have a lead magnet on their system, but when I start asking those probing questions, I find out that, so what happens when somebody enters their email address? Are they added to your CRM? Do they get the resource guide emailed to them? Does it just download? Do they get a nurture sequence after? Is anybody calling them if they give their phone number to you? So you want to make sure that you have a process in place so nobody falls through the cracks. And we know that it can take several months for people to actually take that final action. So I had just the other day somebody who's been following along with us for 8 months that it took them from learning more about us, following us on social, to actually booking a call. And the same thing is really popular for advisors, that sometimes it can take over 12 months for somebody to actually take action. So you want to make sure you have those nurture campaigns in place. And then you want to be able to know, okay, so what can I do with this lead magnet? Where can I share it? How can I maximize the ROI of creating this? So the first and easiest place is making sure you email it out. The next is on your regular social media posts. You want to go ahead and circulate it. And then you're going to want to make sure that you implement it into your LinkedIn campaigns too. So rather than just directing them to a blog post or just saying hi, but actually sharing that resource, but make sure you're sharing it to the right audience. Make sure it's going to people that it would actually apply to, that would find value there. You can also use it on Facebook ads. We've seen a lot of success for advisors using that. So always be thinking about different ways you can share and repurpose your content to expand your reach more. If you have questions about a particular topic or how you can utilize lead magnets better, please reach out to us. We would love to help you and answer any questions you have. Schedule a free strategy consultation today, and we can help you take your lead magnet to expand your reach in a more effective way.